One of the biggest misconceptions is that an individual who has just started his life, early 20s, right, is supposed to have everything figured out. He's supposed to have 10K in the bank. He's supposed to have a business running for him. He's supposed to have things in possession that he shouldn't even have at a youth of his age. Now, a big misconception that we need to understand is that in your 20s, at least advice that I got from entrepreneurs that have made 8 figures, Allahumma barakah, in their life, is that you are in a phase of building. You are in a phase of development, of soaking. For me personally, Mohammad Abusalama, I understand the pillar of soaking up now in my 20s for me to give in my 30s and my 40s. As one of my mentors, Asad Fawaz, he mentioned, suffer now to live later. In your 20s, this is the best moment for you to learn, for you to fail, for you to learn from your failure, for you to do things that will give you experience. Do as many things as possible, right? One of the things that I'm picking up now in my lifestyle and my journey is to do as many things as possible. Get involved in as many things as possible, right? From academia, from business, from work, from experience, from your deen, from physical. Get involved in everything. Fill up the calendar, right? Fill up the calendar. Keep your schedule so full to the point where you get to your 30s and you look back and you've done so much and you've taken so much experience and you've taken so much benefits and you've taken so much of networking and so on and so forth. You are in your 20s. This is the time to soak up. This is the time to learn. This is not the time for you to have made it and made the money and, make the company, whatever the case may be. I remember when I first kind of started this whole entrepreneurial scene of trying to get on board in terms of creating a company and providing, a service. And I sat down with one of my mentors. He's an 8-figure entrepreneur, Allahumma barak. And he said to me, Muhammad, you're doing too much. You're doing too much right now. You are building something more than you are learning. You are building more than you are learning. You are creating more than you are consuming. And that is incorrect. At your age, Muhammad, he's speaking to me, at your age, you are supposed to be learning and getting yourself involved in terms of getting your hands dirty more than you are creating something. And that is a problem that I look at, for example, even the people of social media or, the shabab on social media, is that we are very hasty to build something, right? And to have claimed that we have made it faster than we have consumed and learned and gained the experience. Right now, in my phase of life, I have come to the conclusion that Muhammad, right now is just learning. Right now is just soaking up as much knowledge as possible. Right now, you don't have to have 10K per month in your bank account, right? For those who do have it, mashallah, Rabbi barak. But for me, I'd rather think of long term. I'd rather think in the future, how will that benefit me? How will me seeking knowledge and getting my hands dirty and getting a lot of experience will help me in my future? And that is what you need to get done as a shab, as a youth in his early 20s, right? Late teens, you are learning. You are not creating. Learn, learn, learn. The faster you learn, the more you will fail. And the more you fail, the more you will learn. As Stephen Bartlett, he mentions in his book, The Diary of the CEO, that failure equals feedback. Feedback equals knowledge. Failure gives you power, and that's why we need to keep failing. The more you fail, the more you learn. The more you gain grasp and an idea of how life works. And that is a problem here, Jama'ah, is that we don't understand that life is full of experiences, right? The way you give advice, the way you receive advice, that is all based on experience. So the more experience you have in something, dabbling into as many things as possible will give you the credibility and the ability to what? To give advice, right? To give you experience. You are going to teach something that you know, not what you don't know. And this is the trap that I want to remove from myself and from you guys, is to not fall into the trap of thinking that you know it all at your age. And so my advice concludes to this. 3 points, take them on board, apply them. Number 1, live like a student. Live your life like a student. You're at the phase of learning. Knowledge is power, guys. Allah, it's powerful. So you are a student and you will die a student. Even if you get at your old age, you will always be a student. There's no way around that. Number 2 is picking up as many skills as possible. Right now, we live in a world in which everyone judges someone according to how skillful they are. The more skills you have in a specific field, the more likely you'll be able to, increase your rank in that job. The more skills you have, for example, on the pitch of football, or you are more aware of how to play, the more you'll be able to start every single game. So the overarching idea is indulge in as many skills as possible. And you only get skills from experiences. You only get skills from experiences. The more skills you have, the more valuable you become in due time. So number 1, we said, is to be a student and die a student. Number 2 is to learn as many skills as possible. And number 3 is get yourself involved in as many things as possible. Pluck your nose. Be so nosy. Be annoying. Be annoying when you're around people who have success and, gotten to the level that you want to achieve, and you will only get to these rooms if you work on your knowledge and you work on your skills, be annoying, right? Okay, how do you do this? Why do you do that, right? Why is the cash register like this? Why are you doing business like the more questions you ask at your age, the more your brain will be filled with as much of beneficial knowledge that will help you when you get to an age of giving and building, right? And this is wallahi sincere advice from myself to myself and to you guys. Wallahi ya jama'ah, you do not want to rush your success. The last thing you want is to rush something and then it goes to waste. Take it easy, work at it on a very small level, on a very slow pace, and by Allah's permission, you will get what you want. You're at a phase of building, you're at a phase of learning, you're at a phase of, getting as much experience, getting so much exposure to the things you want to get done, so you can have the credibility to build and open the thing that you want by Allah's permission once He gives you that inspiration, inshallah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to be from those who listen good speech and apply it. And may Allah bless all of you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.